for the most part, keywords and search terms are interchangeable. They're one of the same thing, okay? And so that's the base understanding that we're okay with. There is another level that you can think about as well. So keywords, well, that's what we are optimizing, in our case, as the back end of Amazon for keywords, okay? And search terms, well, that's what people either type into Amazon or whatever search engine they're going to go to, like Google, for instance, big search engine, Amazon, big search engine for products, YouTube, big search engine for videos. Search terms are what you type in, or, as Anita Leo was saying over the weekend, what you very, very frequently now speak in. So spoken search terms are becoming massive, and that's all thanks to things like Amazon Echo and Amazon Alexa, plus the battle that's currently raging between Google and Apple and Amazon for control of the voice search inside your home. So, which Amazon is winning, by the way, and looks like they'll continue to win. So that's the high level thinking behind that, all right? So for me, search terms are the term that I tend to think about when I'm thinking about what somebody types into Google, for instance. So if we're going to type in vitamin C serum, for instance, then that becomes a search term. Now, if I go onto this page, open it up, when it opens, very slow website. So now anything that's on here is a keyword because it's on the page and they think of it as a keyword. So that's probably the upper level, the next level of thinking about these sort of things, okay? Keywords, what happens on the page, search terms, what somebody types in or somebody says. So there's that. And then I can tie this in. Oh, I should mention as well that because spoken search phrases are becoming much, much more important, and because Amazon is still figuring out what actually happens. Let's just go over to Amazon. So because Amazon is currently still figuring out how people say things to their Alexas or Echoes and what they're trying to get as a result of that, that misunderstanding, that learning phase presents opportunities for us as entrepreneurs, as online entrepreneurs. Anytime a new piece of technology is released, so voice search, for instance, then there is a learning phase. So it's brand new. Learn. Got it. Now we understand it. That learning phase is where the opportunity for exploiting what's happening within the learning phase to your financial benefit occurs. And it happens in all different fields, okay? That's where the opportunity is. So right now, how you exploit those things is by, well, let me see if I can show you. The way that I'm doing it is I'm thinking about, and which ties me in with Ken McKenzie's question. So Ken said to me, what's the best way to say spoken search terms in your product description? Well, I'm thinking about what do people say when they want to order a product? Because it is very different, I think, to what they type when they want to order a product. So a typed search term is vitamin C serum, for instance. That's a typed search term. But if you are usually a lady thinking that you want to buy some vitamin C serum, it's unlikely that you'd say, hey Alexa, I want to buy some vitamin C serum. That's probably not going to happen. You're much more likely to say something much longer with other words involved in it, I believe anyway, just based on what I've seen how people search. And so what I am doing, I'll come to the good stuff, what I'm doing is I'm working in spoken phrases into my product descriptions. So Ken asked me, do you really say, I want a mousetrap echo? No, I don't think that's what you put into your search terms. Instead, you want to change that to, I want a mousetrap, rather than, if you want a mousetrap, then you're in the right place. You change it to that sort of thing. And let me show you an example of that so you can see. It's always easier to see these things than for me to try and auditorily say them to you. So here we are. I'm going to give you this. Send to all. I'm going to give you this listing. So it's a bad listing, all right? I don't want to get into why it's bad, but you know, I mean, you only have to look here to see that these folks clearly don't know what the hell they're doing, all right? Here's the product description. Remember, you get like 2,000 characters here to put things in. It's a bad product description. That's where you can put all of your spoken phrases into your Amazon listing to try and get ranked for them, all right? So you can put things into there. So that's a bad one. Here's one that's at least better. And there's still all sorts of bad things sent to all sorts of terrible things about this. I mean, that's like a shit-ass image. I'll talk about images in a minute for you. It's a terrible image. It's very dark. It's difficult to read. It just looks rubbish. I mean, it's beyond belief. The opportunity that's currently on Amazon in Australia, it's just beyond belief for me. It's just nuts. Anyway, so here's a better description by virtue of the fact that it's got more information in it. So by virtue of that, it's better, but it's still A, very, very bad, poorly laid out, so it's difficult to read, and B, they still haven't really thought about optimizing it for search terms, okay? They still haven't really thought about that, because that's a horrible thing to lead with. Terrible. Contact us for more information. Well, they can't actually contact you other than going through Amazon, so anyway, don't even get me started. All right, so here's somebody doing it at least better. So this is Hydrocal. These are good. They've done a good job with their images. You know, pretty good. Good stuff on their bullets too. Looks better. Before and afters, all very cool. And they've laid out at least their product description in a way that's much, much easier to read. So, and it's also, the important thing is when you're writing your product description, it should just really flow. So what I do with my product descriptions is I read them out loud, usually to my wife Tash or whoever it may be. You want to read it out and just make sure that it flows, it makes sense. If you read that out, it makes sense. Highest quality natural and organic, combined with the highest quality active ingredient that absorbs deeply with impressive results. So it's like you're talking to somebody. And if you do that, like you're talking to somebody, you will automatically incorporate spoken phrases into your descriptions. So that's what I'm doing. That's what's working very well because of the learning process that Amazon's going through. Now, that won't last forever. So don't think that's a set and forget strategy. It ain't. Nothing is set and forget on Amazon. Everything changes on Amazon all the time. That's why it's so important to come to these Q&As so I can show you what's working now. But right now, this is working because of the Amazon Alexa learning process. Once it's figured it out, it will be able to take spoken search phrases, extract singular words from them, and then make up its own searches based on what we say. And at that point, things will change again and our strategy will change again. Until then, though, it's working well. Hey, thanks so much for watching that video, and I hope that you got some massive value from it. Before you go, do you live in Australia? If you do, this is for you. Would you like to learn how to sell things on Amazon here in Australia? Would you like to know what sells really, really well and what sells for the maximum amount of profit? Would you like to know where you can source those products from, whether that be in China or here in Australia, and how to source them so you pay bottom dollar and get maximum value for what you're doing? If you do, please subscribe to my channel and like this video, and you'll learn that and much more. It's the exact same information that people like Jeff from New South Wales I've used to make $45,000 a month on Amazon, that Sue, who's from the sunny coast, has used to purchase herself a brand spankly BMW every single year as a result of her e-commerce business, and the lovely Kate from Bowral in New South Wales has used to make $32,000 a year on, a month, not a year, a month on Amazon, and indeed Anthony, who makes $15,000 a month on Amazon, selling, as he puts it, odds and sods. If you'd like to learn the exact same information that they use to maximize their profits for their Amazon businesses, subscribe to this video, like my channel, post below if you want me to teach you something. Okay, I'm out of here. Speak to you soon. Bye. Subscribe. Do it now.